What's up, YouTube? This is KNG to the JEH of Wall Street, and today I'm going to be bringing you the weekly recap for last week. Now, last week was really a very crazy ride. I haven't heard, my mentor said he isn't on the chart and he has taken break since 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, I was here last week trying to try all the probability high probability setup that I know, and the market was very unfavorable to SMC, even though there are still some setups that played out, but the market was very crazy. So I'm just going to go on to the chart right now, and then let's begin to explain how I was able to miss trades for the whole week. Very fucking crazy. So right, don't forget to just watch to the end, and then if you find value watching this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go.
What's up, guys? This is KNG to JH of Wall Street. So, starting off last week, I analyzed BTC USD on my weekly recap and forecast. Now, my analysis was that BTC is going to go bullish for the week because BTC bounced on this other block that you're seeing here. Now, this is a demand area, so we're expecting buy. The moment price tapped on it, I went to look for confirmation entry. Now, I expected the high to clear out this particular trend line I drew on the lower time frame, and you can see price cleared it and even went to all-time high, right? Now the reason I wasn't able to catch this whole move because I was sure of the move, right? But my entry was missed. That's just the point. So this is where, let me show you guys where my entry was. So on the 15-minute time frame, this big box is a demand zone that price has triggered. Now, this one was where I wanted my entry to be, right? And if you look, you see that before this one happened, price did something here. Price created this as liquidity, this one as the other block, and it started buying. But I wasn't around when this happened, right? Now, one of the rules that my mentor gave me is that any demand area like this one that causes a shift in structure is a valid demand area. So because this other block broke above all these highs here and took out liquidity from these highs, right? Like this. So this now makes this other block valid. Now I now waited for this other block, right? And then see what price did. Price did not reach here, price just flew up. Now this is actually done intentionally, right? So this season, market was not favorable to SMC traders. Now for someone that trades price action, you easily just see this as a trend line break, and then the person will probably put his buy entry something like this and put his SL below this high, you know. But I don't trade price action, right? What I trade is SMC. So if market refuses to respect SMC, we are cool. Now you can see how from here price bought immediately straight to the TP, pulled back to some zone around here, continued buying. And the reason why this buy was so strong was because we have a trend line liquidity on this spot. And I always say this trend line liquidity is a magnet of price. When I even shared this buy setup to some of my friends, they were like, BTC is bearish, check higher time frame, BTC is bearish, blah blah blah. But I didn't care because I know what I'm seeing. We trade what we see, not what we feel or what we hear. So you can see price did not even do all this pullback 50% bullshit. It just bought straight to 125, created a new record all-time high, right? And it pulled back. And this pullback is looking as though it's gonna keep on pushing. But anyways, we're not sure about that now. So yeah, that's that about BTC. I didn't even predict any other move again because any market that is not like pulling back to all those 50% Fibonacci levels, it's not going to be advisable to trade it. But if you actually caught this like at the breakout, you see, and now if I was a price action trader, say from this trend line now that price was breaking out, I can still enter here like this. If I was a price action trader, I can still have an entry like this as price is breaking out. But I don't have, that kind of unnecessary kind of capital to just risk on any kind of setup. I'm very conservative. That's what I can do for myself at the moment. So now my focus for BTC, I don't really have any focus for BTC currently. But if I was to analyze BTC now, I can say this is another block. Price has triggered it. Then I'll go down to 5 minutes. And then from the 5 minute time frame, I can decide to maybe find a re-entry, right? That is to predict buy on BTC. See, there's no even re-entry on this 5 minute time frame. Now let's go back to 1 hour and see first. Now on the 1 hour time frame, we can see a breaker block on this spot. So now this breaker block has what? Has liquidity here. Draw this out. Then after this liquidity, what we have, we can put an entry like this. Now this is worth risking. And then if price is gonna go bearish from here, the first low that is expected for us to target is going to be this low right here. It's gonna be the first low. So the TP is going to be something like this. Yeah. 12 RR looks too small for me. Let me rearrange. Take this a little bit up, bring this like this. Yeah. That's 16 risk to reward ratio. This is how I love my trades to look. And then after that, I can log this, take a screenshot, and that's all. Either it's a win or it's a loss. But that's that about that. Now to XAU USD. This pair actually showed me a lot of shiggy last week. Because gold is like, I don't know, the kind of volatile gold is doing now at this point. So gold actually, I was supposed to only look for buys. So I probably tried looking for sales. That's why, gold just misbehaved with me at some point. But you can see here also, trend line, price broke out, started buying. I feel like these days, markets respect more of price action. So sometimes now markets will be respecting SMC now. We'll be laughing at price action traders, but I think this time it's SMC's turn to collect. But anyways, there's still some move of SMC that was respected. Like if I go down to, let's say, 15 minute time frame, see we have this breaker block here. We have this as liquidity. Then price triggered it and started buying. Then apart from that, if you go down to 5 minute time frame, we have this as an other block. But this particular block, I think they used to call it an RB or something. And you see we have that sniper too. So yeah, but sometimes before you catch a move like this, you're going to collect. And then there was a particular move that I predicted last week, very serious A plus move. I was expecting to pull around, let me see the pips. I was expecting to pull around, is it 22? Yeah, is it? Oh, okay. It was to here, but yes. I was trying to pull around 24. No, it cannot be 22. I was trying to pull around 231 pips. But what happened was that, okay, yeah, this is it. I was trying to pull around 231 pips. Now, this trade, bro, it started coming out in the evening, so I drew this other block out for 5 minutes. Well, my entry was like this. This was my liquidity. Now, this point, just stick around, pay attention. I'm going to learn something here. This point that price reversed from here was actually the breaker block of 3 minute time frame. Now, sometimes earlier this year, I discovered that if I miss a trade, I will see some guys that will catch that same trade. And I discovered that they used to make sure their POI align with 3 minutes and 1 minute. So that means gold actually has respect for 3 minute and 1 minute time frames. The trade was just a small trade like this. It wasn't even up to 200 pips I was trying to catch. And that's how I missed it. And this trade that I missed just like made everything bad for me, I'm telling you. Because I would have used that to recover like the few, negative drawdown I was on. And then now over to USDJPY. Wow, I didn't even know this place even buying. So what happened was that USD actually did us dirty last week. USD was supposed to pump, right? Since the beginning of the week, I was sure of the pump. Now, I looked for first point of interest for the pump was this breaker block, like a resistance, like a resistance zone. I expected it to turn to support. USD did not pump, so JPY was still dragging USD. Same thing happened here. This is another point of interest. Price triggered, gave me 5 minute order block. My strategy, I tried to enter again. It refused to pump. In fact, on Friday, when it was time for NFP, price still refused to pump. It was when market was about to close. You can see this. This is even showing Sunday. Wait. It was when market was about to close on Friday. Friday, they didn't even do NFP. NFP news was like postponed like that. So when price was now about to finish, that's when this pump happened. Same thing with GBPUSD. I was expecting a sell since on Monday on GBPUSD. I started looking for the sell around here because I had a 4 hour zone from here, right? And then I took out, if you check my signal group, you see this was my re-entry. So price started rejecting. I was already in some profit already, just waiting for price to just pull down to here. Price refused. And then it was now on Thursday, price now decided to now sell. And then after that, I say fine, we are now bearish. Friday, let's sell again. Price refused. So it's just now the market is trying to open. That price is now respecting the pump that US is supposed to do since last week. So I was just losing trades like that, and it's actually because the market was bad and I did not notice that early. So for now, I don't really have any predictions for the week yet, but I expect USD to pump. Currently, it's about raining, like rain just started falling out, so I'll be ending this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more trade recaps like this. And also, if you want to learn how to trade like I do, even though the market is bad currently though, but at least you want to understand this concept I'm teaching, there will be a link in the bio for that. Thank you all and see you on my next video. Bye bye.